replays of it. Information is king in this business. And again, it goes back to instilling your belief. The more you listen, the better we sound and the better we look. And not only the better we look, the better we are, because informed agents that are consistent and plugged in are going to be the ones that help drive our business forward. So stay connected, stick and stay, never quit. Plan on being here a year from now, plan on being here 5 years from now. And don't look at DAC as just this part-time little gig that you started that you're going to see how it turns out. Because if you have that approach to it to begin with, I assure you, you're going to fail. Okay. You got to come at this, that you're going to make this work. You're going to succeed. You're going to stay plugged in and committed. So that's the best words of wisdom I can share. Thank you, McGuire.
Thank you so much for that, Ellen. Awesome stuff. Great. All righty, guys. We're going to move into the broker update. I saw a few hands go up. We're going to save those questions and comments for after the broker update and message from our founder, David Rutz. But my name is McGuire Tate. For those of you that don't know me, I'm a part of the DAC corporate team. I'm a broker in the field as well, meeting, greeting, informing clients, working on growing my agency nationwide and making a true impact, the same as you guys are. And I have the honor of covering today's broker update for you guys. Today is Friday, May 29th. We're closing out another month. We're moving through 2026. It's moving very fast. And I have a few updates and announcements for you guys, and then we'll move over to David Rutz, who's going to be covering some topics with you guys today. So first and foremost, we've had a recent pretty large influx of manual applications coming in. And what this tells us from the data that we get is this is coming from the Connect cards, or drop cards, as you guys may refer to them, which is really good to see. Obviously, online applications is a great form in a way that we have applications coming in, but to see the manual applications means that these are boots on the ground, live, real conversations happening, leaving the job card. So it's really inspiring for us to see on the systems side. And we just encourage you guys, if you're brand new with us or this hasn't been a method of yours in the past, to lean into getting yourself some Connect cards and leaving them as you are out and about, whether you're canvassing or you're just out and happen to meet a business owner as you're out with your family or whatever it may be. But these are leading to a pretty decent amount of the percentage of the applications we have coming in. So we wanted to make an emphasis to you guys, saying hats off to you guys for having these boots on the ground in person, leaving that with them, because they may go back to that job card in the future or end up having that to refer to someone else, another business owner. So congrats to all those who are just making it happen out and about. We see those applications coming in, where they're coming from. So we can't thank that effort enough, and just prompt you guys to lean into that going forward. The new huddle schedule, we're starting something next Monday, and we are going to have the huddles opening up at 11:20 instead of 11:25. So we're opening them up a little bit earlier, and we're going to have the huddles end after the quarterback for the day is done with their message. We believe, just transparently to you guys, that there's great messages from our quarterbacks, and we want that to be top of mind as we get off of the call, right? There's a lot of power, and as we take notes, we have that for future reference, but that energy that we feel coming out of that message from that quarterback, there's nothing that beats that. So we want that to be the driving force as we hop off. So any testimonials, just if there's brand new brokers, we're going to be covering all that. We may even extend that to 15 minutes, opening up at 11:15 in the future. But for now, we're going to do 10 minutes and see just what we can do with that time. So that's starting next Monday for the Zoom, which I'll be the quarterback of. So I'll see you guys there. But we're going to be opening up at 11:20 a.m. Eastern time. And bring your testimonials, bring new brokers. This is going to be all the excitement. Once the quarterback's done with their message, we're going to get out and rock the rest of the day. We are in the last days of the May funding special, which is the home healthcare industry. So if you have an open docket, or if you need some focus today, that is exactly where you should be focused on. We have a few days left of that, just emphasizing if there's any home healthcare industry related businesses in your area, in your town, you want to make sure that they hear from you. And they're made aware of that we have this funding special for the next few days. All right. Next Tuesday, the broker overview, first Tuesday of the month, broker overview. Guys, this is really important for new brokers. And even if you're a seasoned broker, if you've got new brokers coming in on your team, you want to make sure that they're in the room next Tuesday night. There'll be emails going out between now and then, a plethora of emails. So just make sure you stick to your email. I'd forward that. Make sure everybody on your team, any new broker, and yourself is there. It's going to be a lot of valuable information to propel yourself forward within DAC. After following the broker overview, we have some announcements. We have our new competition, which the corporate team is super, super excited to roll this out for you guys. This is going to be a competition that lasts until year end. So it's going to be about 7 months. It's going to go all the way from this next upcoming month all the way through the end of December. So this is going to be really, really involving to you guys, where this is going to be something we're working and building on throughout the rest of the year. And it's going to allow for everyone, as we love the March Madness competition, this is going to be an all hands on deck competition where everybody's shooting for the same goal. And as we're competing kind of with ourselves here, we're aiming to hit certain goals and things like that. So we've allotted the time for that to happen. We're super excited to see what comes from this. And it's been some time crafting it up. So we did this as a collective and we're really excited about that. So next Tuesday, put your butt in the seat, make sure your team is there. We're going to have the broker overview with David Rutz, followed by some really cool updates and announcements for you guys. That's all I have for the updates and announcements for you. So at this point, if David's ready, we'll move over to him. He's got some things planned for you guys, and we'll rock the rest of this Friday. Take it away, sir.
Let's do it. Hey, great stuff, Ellen. Great stuff, McGuire. Great broker updates. Hey, what a great word coming in on the local activities generating almost half of the applications last month, meaning they manually entered it. They didn't click on a link. And there's a lot of all my local works clicking on a link because I send them my link to apply. But even still, drop cards, connect cards, we call them business cards left behind. Those are effective. Those are very effective. And people are answering. One of them, one of the clients came in, saw a sign Dexter made and walked out of his place, saw the sign and applied. And you can't click on a link off a sign, right? And that's an example. Connect cards left behind. My wife, Marlo's first client back in 2015, she doesn't get her nails done outside the home. She does them herself. In fact, she learned today, you can't put stuff on in your nails in the sunshine. The UV from the sunshine is like a UV light. She's like, I didn't know what was going on. My nails were hardening as I was doing. She does her own nails, right? Which is great. Saves us a lot of money. But she did one Christmas. She decided in 2015 to get her nails done at a salon, and she had my Connect card. I'll grab one. They're right over there. And she left the Connect card with the person who owned it and said, hey, my husband started this company recently. If you ever need capital, they help when the bank can't. I don't know much more about that. Here's my card, or here's his card. She didn't call me. She never reached out to me. She applied and got funding. 3 fundings that lady got from us from a Connect card left behind. It's working, team. It's working. Local works. Chamber of Commerce works. Association works. Reaching out to your warm market works. Meet, greet, and inform. I saw someone saying, what is the system? The business funding training discusses the system, what to say to your warm market first, then your local market, then how to network, how to write emails to your warm market and people you don't know, how to introduce yourself to business owners you don't know. It's all outlined there. And the bottom line is business development is business development, networking and working on relationships you already have. And if you use the tools we have, the moment will be right. If you demonstrate you're not trying to earn a commission, I'll say someone said, if they were not making money, I'll just tell you this, act from a place of service to the business owner rather than a service to your own commissions, and you'll have plenty of clients. If you're trying to earn on a client, and we're going to talk about earnings on the board here in a minute, so I'm not saying don't earn money, but if the motive is to earn a commission, you have what's called commission breath. If the motive is how do I help businesses in my community, I want to get to know them all. I want to help every business in my community because they're the rock stars and 6 out of 10 are breaking even or losing money. And I want to help them go to the next level. And they don't know about our alternative capital yet. I got to get the word out. I got to let them know what we're doing. So the system is caring about business owners in your local community, which starts with the ones right in your phone. It starts with caring about them and letting them know you're in working capital, and then telling your local market about it, and then getting to know intersection by intersection by intersection, all the business owners in your community. And it's really easy if you join your chamber of commerce and you're active in the chamber. You'll get to know a lot of businesses, and they become like sales teams for you who refer you traffic, refer you clients to take care of. So if you're willing to do that, then you will win with us long term. It may not happen week 1 or week 2. This isn't a job with a guaranteed salary. This is a business that, just like any business, has to develop trust in your community. The good news is our Bank Breezy funding platform is tried and true. Tens of thousands of businesses have been funded for it. And everyone talking to your clients, the last mile, the last conversation, if you will, that last intersection with your client and the offer, are expert people who are not paid on commission. They're not going to close the client. They're going to educate the client. And if it's the right fit, they're going to proceed. Now, just so you know, they do get bonuses based on total volume and things like that. So there's an incentive for them to help, but there's not an individual incentive to close a customer, right? If it's not the right fit, don't proceed, right? And so we help people understand that. And with all that said, if you can care about the business owners in your local community, and you go to them with our training on what to say, how to educate, 3-way calls with your team leader until you're a leader yourself, that works. And that works to those who are actively doing it with the right heart, the servant's heart. And aggressive people who are trying to make big bucks at the expense of clients don't do well here. For short term, they'll make some commissions, but they won't get referrals, and they'll have some unhappy customers potentially. So, hey, I'm all about earning a lot of income. This whole whiteboard's full of income scenarios right now on how you can turn this into a wealth production machine. So we're not opposed to you getting wealthy with us. We are opposed with you not caring about clients. So care about clients, not your commissions. Your commissions will take care of themselves. The Great Commission, the 12 disciples were on, were to go out and share the mission of the gospel, the good news, right? That was the commission. It wasn't to earn a commission. It was the commission. Your Great Commission is to not focus on your commission, so to speak. It's focus on the mission of serving those business owners, and you won't have to worry about your commissions. There'll be plenty of commissions coming in because you'll serve more. You'll talk to more businesses. You'll sleep well at night. Your pillow test will tell you you're doing good for your community. People in your town will say you do good for the community. You'll get referrals from banks because you're doing good for your community. Now you go, David, that's a lot. I just want to put a link online. Go for it. You can do that too. You won't have near the success unless you're an influencer and you can get millions of people to click your link, because there's already, every funder in America is already trying that. They're already trying that. They're spending money on videos and AI systems and this system and that system. So unless you're really special, go for it. It's okay. I get links now and then off my websites that people click on stuff. They see a Facebook post. Do it. Go social. We say go social. Do videos, educational videos and stuff. You'll get a client now and then. But if your local area code is in your discussion with someone, they want to talk to you. If your local area code is not, it's just much harder. Most of my clients come from someone local who knows me, or someone referred me local. They don't come from just a random click on my site in Denver when I live in Michigan. If it's referred by someone in Michigan, then it happens. So go social if you want. Just don't lead with that. Do that to support your business. Lead with local. Okay, so that's our system. Well, Dave, I want more specifics. No, you just don't want to work yet, because that's as specific as you need. I'm telling you, I've gotten a lot of clients, and that's as specific as you need. The other details are in the funding training. All right, so with that, let's move to what I want to talk about today. And, the stock market's doing really well right now. Some of you may know that. The stock market's at an all-time high. All the indexes are growing. And I was talking to someone the other day, they didn't know what the index was. What's the NASDAQ index? And it's just a collection of representative of a bunch of companies from the NASDAQ. That's a stock exchange. And all of their prices, their value of their stocks is growing. And it usually grows about 10 to 12% every year, the value of the stock. Now, so if you had a stock and you had $100 today, it should be worth $112 a year from now. And then 12% more, or about 125 next year. And then another. So that's over time, but there's crashes and there's ups and downs. It's like a heartbeat, but over time it's doing this, but it's going by 12%. So Warren Buffett, one of the wealthiest investors ever, said, do not follow the stock market day by day. It's like a drunk uncle. It depends on when you see them, what advice you're going to get and what they're going to say. And he says, I buy things to hold. That's his strategy. You do what you want. We're not investment advisors, but I would just say that if it continues to grow 12%, do you want to guess, or you just want to let it sit and ride it? You know, you get to have your own wealth planners help you. But I want to give you some basics here, because I want you to look at this business the way I look at it. And the reason I started it as a wealth creation tool for all of you, to help business owners. So to be able to create financial independence for yourself while serving your community, not while serving off of your community, but while serving your community, right? So a financial independence vehicle. But if you don't understand how to turn on the method number one for creating financial independence, or method number two, or method number three, it's like having a smartphone and not knowing all the features. All it does is make calls for you. Well, just get an old flip phone. You don't need to buy the $1,000 computer. You just need a flip phone. All you want to do is make phone calls, right? But if you know what this thing can do, this little phone here, using the original computer was created in the 50s. To do what this phone does here, you would have to, the room would be the size of New Jersey. Literally using the original computer chips, it would take the size of New Jersey to do what a smartphone can do. This can do more than the original spacecraft that went to the moon and back. This can do more, has more computing power. But all that to say, I don't know how to use 90% of it. I know how to use certain things for business and making a phone call and shooting a video. It's my expensive camera, right? So it doesn't serve me like it serves some people. Some of you don't understand all the features of our business. And because of that, you're not taking advantage of a financial independence machine that's sitting right here. So I want to go through a couple things with you today that I think are critical to know, and you can dismiss them after you hear them. But until you hear them, I'm going to encourage you to pull out your notepad and give this a listen. The whiteboard's got a bunch of stuff on it. I'm going to go through it fairly quick. You'll be able to watch this in video. Okay? So let me unblur. And it doesn't matter who you are. I think you're going to like this, because some of you are already taking advantage of this. Some of you. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to start over here on the right side. This is called the cash flow quadrants. Cash flow quadrants. So this may be hard to see. Don't worry. I'll take a snapshot and put it on Facebook later. Cash flow quadrants is the ways you earn cash. And we're going to talk about something called an income producing asset. We're going to discuss that today. I know there's a glare there, but I'll go through it. So cash flow quadrant says, how do you earn cash in America? How do you earn cash? Number one is a job. It's guaranteed pay unless you get laid off or the company closes, right? But it's guaranteed a certain amount. Self-employed, not guaranteed, but you can earn more money than a job typically, because there's no limit. There's no someone else deciding what you earn. You're earning it because you're producing. A DAC broker is self-employed. You can make zero. You can also make $250,000, right? So at a job, certain jobs, you can't make $250,000 unless you're an executive, right? So job has guaranteed money, less money usually than self-employed. Self-employed is not guaranteed though, but it can be a lot more. Then you have business owner. Business owner is someone generating money every single month based on a business, not having to work it. If they have to work it, they're self-employed. So if I own a pizzeria, like Ellen owns some pizzerias, and I got to be there 6 days a week, I'm self-employed. I may own a business legally, but if I go away, what happens to my income? It stops. So business ownership is when it's generating income with or without you, okay? And then investors, the fourth way people earn money is they invest money, like Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett's become one of the wealthiest people in the world as an investor, not by making income in any other category. None of these categories did he work ever. He's an investor only. An investor only. He became a billionaire, right? Just by taking advantage of this quadrant as a young man. Okay. So I'm going to talk to you all about how keep your job. Everyone say, keep my job. Keep my job start self-employed with DAC, start picking up extra income, but we're going to help you become a business owner. And that's what I want to talk about today is I'm a business owner. I'm not talking about my stock in DAC. David Allen Capital. Yeah, I own David Allen Capital, but my broker position is a business owner. Do you know I earn more from my broker position than I do as the owner of David Allen Capital? And I'm in the same pay plan you are. Okay, so self-employed, you can do very well, but becoming a business owner with DAC is where the sky starts to open up for you, because then you can start investing your income as well. And now you're taking care of both quadrants. And these don't require your activity. These don't require your activity. These do. These don't. These are on autopilot. Business owner and investor on autopilot. You have to manage it a little bit, but they make money with or without you. Job and self-employed, you got to work, right? So knowing that, we're going to talk about income producing assets. That's what that says there. I know there's a light. Income producing assets. And what you want to have to be able to get wealthy is income producing assets. That's things that make you money, even if you're not working. So I'm going to give you an example, the house. Okay, let me see if I can change this so the adjustment, I guess we can't. Let me do this. I don't know if this ring light will be, that's a little better. Okay, so you have an income producing asset. We're going to look at a house, a rental house, not the house you live in. That's a liability. That's costing you money, right? You don't make money from your house unless you sell it one day. It may be worth more, right? No guarantee, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a rental property. If you have a rental property, potentially you can earn 20 to 30% of the monthly rent, potentially. Not guaranteed, but potentially. You have potential increase in value if you ever want to sell it. Okay, so this is a good thing. People talk about owning rental properties. Good thing. Here's the downside. You have a purchase cost. You got to be able to buy it. You have a maintenance cost. Got to be able to maintain it. You have legal liability risks. Someone hurts themselves on your property. You own it. You're the one they sue, not the renter. You have repair costs. Furnace goes out, roof leaking, whatever, electrical issue, plumbing issue, dishwasher breaks. You have the repair costs. So then with knowing that, how many houses can you afford to buy right now? How many horses can you afford to buy? And if you can, how many can you afford to manage right now? And if you did, on average, you'd make 20 to 30% of the rent. The average rent's about $1,500. So you'd make about $300 a month per home, about $300 a month. And people say you should get in the rental business. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm not in it. And the reason I'm not in it is because of all these red dots, right? And because of all the risk with these and the potential, we've got to be with DAC. Why? Because DAC, the average funding is bonus revenue is $3,000. I'm not even talking about your personal fundings. I'm talking about in your team. Do you know that you earn minimum 4% of every broker you personally enroll? 4% of their bonus revenue. If the average bonus revenue is $3,000, then for every funding on the team you personally enroll is $120. That's almost what the rent is. Almost what the rent is. But guess what this? How much should you have to pay to join DAC? None. How much do you have to pay to maintain DAC? No maintenance costs, website costs, nothing. Business cards. That's it. What legal risks do you have? Zero, unless you're violating the law. And we teach you how to not violate the TCPA. How much repair costs do you have? How many brokers can you afford to recruit right now? How many brokers can you afford to manage right now? Our system helps take care of them. Our LMS takes care of them. The Bank Breezy team takes care of them. Yes, you can encourage and coach them, but you see the difference? And the income is 120 minimum on average of everyone you personally enrolls funding. Now, is it easier to have 10 active brokers or buy 10 homes? If you're looking at this from a wealth perspective, I know people go, yeah, I'm saving up. I want to get in the rental business, DAC business. I'm like, do you not see that you already have the rental business vehicle here without all the risk and with all the upside? Yeah, but David, the house has a potential increase in value. Yeah, what happened in 2008 to that? You know how many people own rental properties had to file bankruptcy because their property was no longer worth what they owed on it? And so they had potential increase in value, but the reality was a huge decrease and it killed their business. What happens if the economy crashes tomorrow with DAC? Nothing. It already did. We went through COVID. We already made it through COVID. It didn't affect, none of you went bankrupt from it. None of you had to file bankruptcy because you built a brokerage here. To the contrary, your business continued to grow. So I'm only talking about purse enroll, but now let's go the next step. Override spreads. Do you realize that you get paid not just on the people you purse enroll, but their brokers? This is called an agency. You know, you get override spreads, right? From where you are, 40 to 80%, to where they are. The average override spread for people who position themselves to earn on them, they've gotten clients themselves, is 10%. What's 10% of $3,300? So now all of a sudden, from every broker in your team, as long as you get some clients yourself and get yourself to the 52, 54, 56, or 55% level, you're going to average 10% override on your team, plus the 4%. So now you're earning over $300 per funding anywhere in your team. What's easier to have? 10 homes you buy yourself or 10 active brokers in your team? Get off of your fanny and start building the team. I wish I had this opportunity at 21, at 23. Are you kidding me? Compared to what I did well in, this is unbelievably successful. You don't need 1,000 brokers buying something every month to make a paycheck. You need 10 who get one funding a month in your team somewhere, and you make on average $3,000. 10 fundings somewhere in your team, 3,000 in overrides. To have 3,000 a month coming in your rental property, you need about 10 homes mortgaged. You need 10 maintenance costs. You need 10 purchases. You need 10 repair costs. You need how many? Manage it. You got 10 rental checks to pick up every month. You got 10 headaches every month to make $3,000 a month. And all you need is 10 fundings here a month in your team, and you'll average, and you're not recruiting new people every week. You're not even trying to get people on next Tuesday night's call. You're not even trying to give them this business. You can win by helping them win. In the same way we serve business owners, and by serving business owners, we can get our own lives improved. Serve your brokers. Serve your brokers, help them change their life. You override it all. At worst, you get 4%. And as you go get clients, you climb the ladder. It's okay if you're only at 40% now and they're at 40. You still make 4 because you personally enrolled them. As long as you're a certified broker, you make 4 no matter what. It's $120 average. And if you get a client and all of a sudden you're at 42.5 or 45, now you're making another 5% override. Your 120 just doubled to 240, and it's paid on their team. You don't have to follow all this right now. Go watch the comp plan training if you don't get all this. But what you want to know is this. You have a broker team that's active. On average, you'll make $300 per funding in your team. I want to share something with you. Override spreads can set you free if you have a team of more than 3. That just came to me. Thank you, Lord. They'll set you free. But you got to have more than 3 yourself, because then those 3 will turn into 10, who will turn into 40, will turn into 90, 120. And eventually you'll have 100 fundings a month at 300 each. That's 30 grand. Eventually, what does that do for you? Do you want to go instead have 100 homes? Yeah, but David, if I have 100 homes, they're going up in value. Okay, let me show you something. I didn't take that risk. I instead take all my commissions and put it into the stock market. 100% of my commissions go into the stock market, 100%. Now, I'm in a position, fortunately, where I don't need the income. So because and that's neither here nor there. There's a time I needed the income. Right now, my income is not needed, right? So now I get to invest all that. And what do you think is worth more? A house going up, potentially going up in value as a rental property that's probably a little dilapidated, takes a lot of money, or the stock market? In case you didn't know, let me just show. I know the stock market can crash, but it comes back. Just like house values. If they go down, they go back up. Okay, I get it. But one of them takes a lot of anxiety Man, you got to manage the house. You got to buy the house. You got to have the mortgage risk. You got to have insurance on the house. You have to have liabilities. You better know how to protect your LLC and know how to shelter all the properties separately so you don't lose all of them when one of them sues you. They all teach you that. Why? Because you're going to get sued as a landlord. You're going to get sued when a tree falls and takes out the garage and dents the car. You're at fault. It's weather, I know, but they're suing you for their deductible. And now you got to go to court. They're suing you when someone slips on your driveway and they're supposed to shovel it. Yeah, well, they didn't. Tough. You're responsible. Well, you put salt down. Doesn't matter. They still fell. You're still liable. Yeah, but I did everything I could. You're still liable. Don't you understand? You own the property. It's still worth it. But is it worth it for someone part-time to have all that madness when you can just build DAC and have all the upside? So let me just show you something over here. Stock market. Warren Buffett says, just buy an index fund, buy like the NASDAQ or buy like the top this or the top that. An index is a bunch of stocks collected, right? It's not a mutual fund. It's an index fund. But he says, if you don't want to spend the time, just buy an index fund. It should grow by 12% every year. Do you know there's something called the rule of 72? You know, the stock market is supposed to grow at 12% a year. The rule of 72 says whatever growth rate you have divided into 72 is how long for your money to double. I'm going to say it again differently. Take 72 and divide it by the percent growth your market, your stocks grow by. 12% is the average into 72 is 6 years. That means that your investment will double in 6 years. Let me show you something. If you were a 19-year-old and you took $100 a month, that's all you did, $100 a month, and put it into investments just for 1 year. In fact, you didn't even do that. You only did 90. And you had $1,000 invested and you never invested again. You're 20 years old, you invest $1,000 and it's an index fund growing 12% a year. Do you know what would happen with that $1,000 because of it's invested? And don't worry, some of you I know aren't 20 and you're going, man, I should have done that. Oh, I know I should have too. But I want to show you something. That 1,000, if it doubles in 6 years, at 26 is worth how much? 1,000 becomes what? What's double of 1,000? 2,000. So it's worth 2,000 when you're 26. Can't even buy you a cruise right now, right? Close. But what's it worth at 32? 6 years later, 2,000 becomes 4,000, right? At 32. At 38, it's 8,000. At 44, it's 16. At 50, it's 32. At 56, it's only 64. At 62, it's 128,000. At 70, it's 256. At 76, it's 512. And at 82, it's worth over $1 million. You did nothing but save $100 a month. Now, I tell every one of my kids this. I didn't do it, right? They're all 20 or older, and none of them did it either, right? And most of you didn't do it. I didn't either. So I'm looking at it going, okay, with the age I'm at, but what if you put $100,000 in the stock market this year because you earned a bunch of overrides? 6 years from now, it's 200. 12 years from now, it's 400. 18 years from now, it's 800. 24 years from now, it's 1.6 million. And that's if it just grows at 12%. What if it grows more? And I know the market's not going to, so that's why he says buy an index fund. It's more average. So what do you want to do? Do you want to hope your house prices go up in value? You have a potential increase. Or is it better to say, you know what? I'm going to focus my time, not on finding a way to get mortgages to buy rentals. I'm going to focus my time at finding an active group of brokers. And I'm going to build an investment income here because I'm going to take my income. It's first going to pay my bills, but then one day it's going to be more than my bills. And I'm going to invest every dime of it into the market and it'll double. I'm just going to share a real life story. I took $100,000 of commissions off my Relevate card in January and December and invested it. That is worth $154,000 today. It's not even been 6 months. Now, I happen to buy some good stuff. The market's rocketing, but I expect it to go down and then up and then and down, and I don't change it. It's set. But that 100,000 in 6 years should be worth 200. It's already worth 154. 12 years, it should be worth 400. 18 years from now, it should be worth 800. And 24 years from now, when I'm 82, it should be worth $1.6 million. What was it? It was $100,000 in override spread income. It wasn't from my personal commissions. It was the exact model that I'm talking about here. I'm in the same pay plan you are. Now, I get it. 100,000 is a lot of commissions. That means you got a lot of brokers. Heck, divided by 300, 100,000 is 3 times 100, 30 fundings. 30 fundings times $300. That's not right. Yes, it is right. It's 90,000. So it's about 330 fundings you'd have to override to get 100,000 in overrides. How do you get 330 fundings? You have an active team with 1,000 trying to get fundings, and you'll get 3 out of 10 get a funding this month. You may have 5,000 who say they're active, but you got 1,000 who are really having the conversations and believe in it and trying it. So what I want you now, if I came back to you and I said this today to our corporate team, not building a team is like a 20-year-old ignoring the advice to save $100 a month. When you're 19, it's hard. They want to go to the bar. They want to go out. They want to hang out, good time. They want to get a better car. They want to buy new shoes. Got to look, got to posture up the right way, get my hair done, get my nails done. I'm going to spend every dime I make as a server on stuff because I got to look good, right? Or whatever. I get it. You're 19. 22, I get it. You're still not, I want a new car. I want to sell safer car. Got to have a better suit. I want to represent myself well. Okay, I'm not investing yet. I get it for a period of time because that was me. Right. And so I understand that. But do you think that's wise of that 20-year-old to not put $100 a month away when at 82, it's worth over $1 million? Do you think it's wise for the 24-year-old who goes, I could catch up? It's only 2,000 at 26. If I'm before 26 and I can invest 2,000 right now, it still becomes $1 million by the time I'm 82. If I can invest 26, if I can get 2,000 in it before I'm 26, if I can get 4,000 before I'm 32, it still becomes $1 million. What if you can get 40,000 by the time you're 32? It's $10 million. Why not use exponential growth of the stock market? It's better than real estate inflation. It's better than growth of my home's going to be worth double. I'm sitting in a home right here that I paid $540,000 for 23 years ago, and it's only worth about $900 right now. It's not even doubled. That same 540 in the stock market 23 years later would have doubled 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It'd be worth $2 million. Instead, it's worth $900,000. It hasn't doubled every 6 years. Now, you may jump in some Florida property that did, or California that did. Good luck. Maybe you did. But those can come down just as fast. The stock market crashed. Don't worry about it. It'll come back. It'll come back. Even the recession, the Great Recession, Depression came back, right? So this model to me is the wisest model. Is earn from your business, invest that money. That's why you got start, keep your job. Get self-employed with DAC till you don't need your job. Keep building your team so you can override spreads. That makes you a business owner. You're earning it every single week. And then take your money that you no longer need, if it's more than your bills, and invest a good percentage of it. And if you invest a good percentage of it, it'll continue to grow. You won't have to worry about your future. Now, I am running right now a little incentive at my Chamber of Commerce for anybody who they know that's retired that isn't set up yet. Why do you want a couple $1 million in the bank for when you retire? So you can take 8% a year. 8% of $2 million is $160,000 pre-tax, and you could live on that. And if the market's still growing 12% a year, you won't even deplete your $2 million, and you'll be able to live on it. So $2 million put away helps you live, but it's only $8,000 a month, which is a lot of money. But what if you got to the point where you're making $2,000 a week here in overrides? Do you need $2 million in the bank? If you're 62 and you don't have $2 million, it's going to take you a lot longer to get to $2 million in the bank than it will to just make $80,000 residually. Get to the point where you have a team producing volume, new fundings every week, and you'll get overrides every week that you can live on. Now, you need to have a team, but so many people, just like the 20-year-old who does not invest in their market and says, no, that makes, wow, exponential growth is huge, but I'm not going to do it. Just like the 24-year-old, I know that'll be good, doesn't do it. Just like the 40-year-old, I know it'd be good, doesn't do it. The average 50-year-old does not have $50,000 saved up. The average 50-year-old does not have $50,000 saved up. So we've got an epidemic issue in America, the wealthiest country in the world. Love Donald Trump or not, that's why he came up with the stock plan for people to be able to have like a government 401k. Right, that you can self-employed, get yourself a 401k, and so there's and help kids get certain money put aside right away for them, because they know he knows what $1,000 becomes in 50 years, right? So people know it and ignore it. People know they can build a big team in DAC, and guess what they do? Ignore it. I can't fix ignoring, but I can fix ignorant of it. And that's what today is to remind you what we have, so that you can't say, I didn't know. So that you can't say, I didn't understand that this was a financial independence creating model. And there's a reason I don't want the hassles of rental properties, because I can earn more by having an effective broker than I can from one rental property. And I can take that earnings and throw it into the stock market and earn more than the house will inflate. And I've already lost money on 2 homes that I know there's no guarantee the homes go up. I've never lost money on a stock because I don't sell it when it's down. In fact, I've never sold a stock. I've only bought stocks, and they're worth a lot more now than I've never sold a stock. I've sold crypto, but I've never sold stock. I've bought it and held it. And it's up 12% every year on average, sometimes more. So all I can say to all of you is, if you would trust in the broker team, don't trust every broker will have success. They won't, but they won't lose a dime. Don't assume that. Now, what can you do to help your brokers do better? Encourage, take care of them, promote the events, attend live with them, get to know them, sit down with them. I did a 3-way call today with someone who just got started, just got certified. They're somewhere in my organization. There's probably 100 of you. Well, I don't know if you're all watching this, that I've reached out to in the last 2 weeks that's joining my team. Actually, I'm going to say it's about 200 that I've reached out, and all of you who are the enrollers know, if you're in my organization, I email you the moment you start, and at the moment, but within a few hours of you starting, and encourage you finish your certification and call me with a 3-way call. And there's hundreds who've joined just in the last couple of weeks that I've done that with. Now, it didn't start that way. It started with me and 1, then me and 2, then me and 3. Remember I said, the broker overheads can set you free, but you at least got to start with 3. And you might get 1, and you don't stop. You never stop. If I gave you all the money, if you're in the retail, if you're in the rental business and you're doing house rentals, and I say, I'll pay for every house you want to buy, you don't stop. You keep buying houses. You keep buying houses. Hey, I'll pay for every broker to start. I will cover the cost of every broker to start with us. I'll cover the Bank Breezy cost. I'll cover the salaries, the payroll, all the costs that it takes for your brokers to join. I'll cover every one of their support systems. I'll make sure the websites are paid for them. I'll make sure there's a huddle done every day for them. I'll make sure we pay overrides to the leaders. I'll cover all the costs of every broker you have. All you got to do is find the brokers who want to join. Just like if I covered all your houses for you, you just got to find the good deals and I'll pay for them. You're going to spend a lot of time checking out a lot of homes that aren't good deals, but you'll find some and I'd pay for them, right? Now, I'm not willing to do that. It's not worth the risk to me, but I am willing to take the risk, as I do and did. And our fixed costs are now over $1 million per year, to give you the ability to complimentary offer anybody a free business. It ain't free. It's just free for you. And you get to take everything, my pay plan that I live on. I don't take a salary from DAC. The pay plan I live on, the pay plan that I do, all this stuff that I just talked about on, that compensation plan is the same plan you have. I had to earn the 80%. Now, I will be transparent and say I started at a higher level because I didn't take a salary. I said, I'm going to give myself a higher level. But it was before we had the 80% pay plan, and it wasn't 80%. It was 60%. I was amped up every month, no matter what, whether I got a client or not. I got 60% no matter what. Now we're paying 80. Many of you are getting more than I was getting as the president, founder, and funder of the business. You're getting up to 80% now. I made 60 no matter what. But once we switched to this plan, I had to earn the 80%. And I have to earn the override spreads. And you get to as well, but how freeing can it be? So this is a complimentary business to every broker that you want to offer this great deal to, but don't diminish the value. Don't look at it as just a thing, a sale. This ain't a sales job. A sales job, go get a job somewhere else. Look at this as I'm becoming a business owner. It's not about money. Don't expect to make money every month as on personal commissions. I don't. I've got more clients than anyone in the company, and I don't get a commission every month from a personal commission. I do not get a commission every month from personal commission, but I get one every day in override spreads. Someone did a funding today that I override. Someone will do a funding tomorrow that I override. And that becomes like residual income once you have a funded team. So do you want to have a network of homes you own without any risk? Do you want to have 1,000 homes that you get paid $200 a piece on every month without any risk, without having to buy them, maintain them, have the legal, the repair, to manage them? You want to have 100? How about 200? How about 400? How about 1,000? How about 2,000 homes that you make $100 each on, or $200 or $300 a month on? All you need is 3,000 brokers. And you might have 300 fundings a month that you're getting $300 average on. So I know that maybe 10 years from now, 4 years from now, 2 years from now, I don't know how long it's going to be. You may be the fastest growing organization in the company. You may go, holy cow, you just showed me how to hit plaid mode on DAC. I got a little Tesla vehicle. It's got plaid mode from a movie, I guess. I don't know where it came from, Space Monkeys or some movie. I forget the name of it. And Elon Musk loved that plaid mode. I went so fast. My car is plaid mode. If I put it in plaid mode, it's unsafe for someone who's never driven it. They touch the gas and it'll hit the car in front. Well, it won't hit the car in front of them because Teslas don't hit cars in front of them. They don't let you do it, but it is wicked fast. Fastest car in the world, plaid mode. You hit plaid mode in DAC today, you might go, holy cow. Ellen, I appreciate you. I'm going by you. If you're on Ellen's team and you said that, she'd go, how can I help? How can I help? Why? Because she overrides it all. And she's here to help people. If you came to me and said, David, I'm going to do better than you, please do better than me. I didn't start this company to say I've got more clients than anyone else. I started this company to offer what we're talking about on the board today and seeing who wants to take advantage of it and spread the good news. I hope you outproduce me. I hope you outproduce Ellen. I hope you outproduce Nick and Matt and the other. I hope you do. You can. And I will just tell you, the best benefit to me and Wade gets an override almost every day too. He quietly builds his broker organization. Some of you don't get an override every day. Are you quietly building your organization? Are you focused on between now and Tuesday? I got to get my entire team to be on Tuesday night, but also have guests with them to learn about this great broker opportunity so I can double my organization that night. So I can go from 10 to 20 that night alone. And those 20 can then use the videos for the next week to go to 40 by the end of the week. It's absolutely free. And those 40 can go to 80 by the end of the week. And those 80 can go to 160. Well, Dave, you're not focused on funding at all. No, to the contrary. If you have 160 new brokers, you're going to do a lot more funding for the marketplace than if you don't. Don't look at it as though this is all about recruiting. No, it's not. But McDonald's is just a burger without thousands of restaurants. DAC is just another funding company without thousands of brokers. And you are just another sales rep in business funding, competing with all the other business funding people out there without Bank Breezy and the ability to build your own agency. Century 21 got blown away by Keller Williams and EXP because they changed the comp plan. They allow the real estate agents to build a team. People go, I don't like those things where you can build a team. You get to not like it. But it's not changing, and it's ignorant to not take advantage of the stock market growing double every 6 years. It's ignorant to not do it if you know about it already. You don't ignore something that it's $100 at least. Throw that in. I don't know how, Dave. Find someone who knows how, and they'll teach you how. They'll teach you how to set up an account in 5 minutes. It's easier to open an investment account than a bank account. It's simple. Find someone. They'll show you how. And then everything you earn, throw it into that as much as you can. Take advantage of your 401ks or your IRAs. Do those things. But none of it is really required. You didn't have to start at 20 if you can make 8,000 by the time you're 38 and put it away. Or how about 80? It'll be worth 10 million when you're 82. Okay, I'm way behind, David. Okay, good. I was behind too. I was behind. I had businesses that I had to sell, that I had to put all my income back into, and I didn't have a retirement. I had residual income, but no stock market. Houses that lost money, lost on them. I bought one house for $510,000. I sold it for $300,000 after paying on it for 4 years. I lost about $400,000 on that home. You think I want to go buy some rental properties, knowing that I can make $300 a home? Yeah, $300 a month per home. Hey, where's my rent? Hey, go do it. Some people should do it. That's not my risk tolerance. My risk tolerance is, how about complimentary? Let's just go find a team. Well, Dave, not everyone's going to do this. I know. Most won't do this. Most don't do anything. Most don't use their health club membership. Most don't work at EXP. Most don't, who become real estate agents, don't sell homes for Century 21. Most won't do DAC. I get it. But if you recruit me, Tommy, and Tommy doesn't do this, but did recruit Marcy, and Marcy didn't do this, but did recruit Debbie and John, and Debbie and John didn't do it, but because it was free, they recruited Billy and Bobby, and Billy and Bobby didn't do it, but because it was free, Billy and Bobby recruited Bipsy and Bopsy, and Bipsy and Bopsy are blowing it out. You get paid on Bipsy and Bopsy, and you don't have them if there's a $10 fee, because Bipsy and Bopsy wouldn't have known about it, because Jilly and Johnny and Billy and Bowie wouldn't have joined. They wouldn't have paid $10. But they were willing to give it a try for free, and they referred a few. So it's okay if Bipsy and Bopsy are on your 5th team. You still earn override spreads on them. And as long as you have a personally enrolled people, you get level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, and they would compress right up to your level 2 because no one between you and them is active. So they'd go right up to your level 2. Our comp plan collapses all the inactive people this month. And if they're on your 5th team and there's no one active between them, they become level 2 for you, and you can get paid on it in our 5-level plan. So your leaders can tell you more about this. I know I've gone through a lot. As I summarize, this is what I want you to take away most. The stock market is a wise way of doubling your money every 6 years, buying an index fund. If you don't have anything in there, you want to get your family in a position where you can put stuff there. Okay. How do you do that? You start earning more than your means. You reduce your means, so spend less, earn more, be gazelle tough, as Dave Ramsey says, earn more, have an overwhelming offense, earn more. I went to a Dave Ramsey seminar, and he goes, the problem with entrepreneurs is they're wired to out earn their stupidity. I'm like, that's me. I can out earn my stupidity. So I'm not saving. I'm just earning more than I need. And then I spend it and go, oh, I need to earn more. That was me in my 20s. I had the Mercedes in the house instead of an investment account. Stupid. I had the $1,200 suit instead of an investment account. I had the expensive watch instead of an investment account. I took the vacations instead of an investment account. Man, did I look successful. So if you can take and align yourself with our vision, which is care about the business owner, educate them for the right people, they should take our funding, for the wrong, they shouldn't. And you do that, you'll average a couple fundings every 6 months personally. Part-time. I'm not even talking full-time, I'm talking part-time. You'll average a couple fundings every 6 months, part-time. If you go to Chamber of Commerce 10 hours a month, and you do some one-on-one coffees, and you reach out through email to some brokers, and you approach a couple hundred businesses a month, you'll average 2 fundings every 6 months, part-time. because you won't have commission breath. You'll have servant mentality. And if you build a broker team and keep building that and supporting and encouraging that team, eventually you'll average 10 or 15 fundings a week at 300 a week each. I know you don't make 300 on every funding. You may only make 50 on one, but you may make 600 on the next one. Right? So that model is a lot better than this model. And this model's a lot better than just job. This one's an income producing asset. I'm just proposing you DAC is a much better income producing asset, not just the self-employed getting clients yourself. This is better. This is a better model than just getting clients yourself. This is a better model because eventually you have income coming in every month, whether you produce anything new or not. You have to maintain it. You have to do all this. But self-employed and DAC without a team, you may not get a client this month and make zero. You may not get a client for 4 months and make zero. You don't know for sure the timing of the people you talk to. So you can make zero. I've made zero on personal commissions over 90 days. I'm not out trying to get a client. I'm out there saying I want to try to have one client a month, part-time. And sometimes I get 4. And sometimes I get 0. Part-time. Right? So, but I am not tolerating my team to be ignored. I'm not tolerating the money maker, the value creator, the business owner benefit, I do not tolerate that being ignored. If you're in my team and you reach out, you're hearing back and we're talking and I'm helping you. And I'm not tolerating not having a team. DAC was started with the benefit in mind of every one of you being able to have the same team. Started with one. I will tell you, we've had over 70,000 people join, but we have about 8,000 that renewed last year. That's it, 8,000. That means of the 70,000, 80% didn't even renew for free. Be okay with that. Because you know how many fundings happen from those who are active? You know how many fundings happen from brand new brokers? 100 new brokers starting your team. You're good for several new fundings. And we have over 100 brokers starting every week in our company. You'll eventually have that too. So if you're behind on the stock market, that's okay. You can catch up. If you're only 20, get an account and put $1,000 in it this year. Put 2,000 and your 1 million happens at 76 instead of 80. Put 4,000 and your 1 million happens at 70 instead of 76. Put 8,000 and your 1 million happens at 62 instead of, because it's doubling every 6 years. Have a higher start. And if you're behind, that's okay. Catch up now with us. And if you can't catch up because you're advanced in age and you're like, there's no way I can get to, even if you double every year, it's not going to, your residual income is better than having 3. If you're making a $10,000 a month with us, $2,500 a week in overrides, 10 fundings a week, and you're just 10 fundings a week in your team, 10 fundings a week in your whole team, just 10 fundings a week in your team, that'll average $3,000 a week. That's $12,000 a month. That is like having $3 million in the stock exchange that you're taking 8% out on every year. Is it okay if you don't have 3 million? Yeah, if you can get your residual income growing, and if you got 10 fundings a week, maybe it'll become 12 by the next month. Maybe it'll become 14 the month after that. Maybe it'll be 18 fundings a week the month. As it continues to grow, the numbers are going to grow. So I can't find a better model, or I would add it to our pay plan. I can't find a better way of doing this. I've done consumer products, residual, auto ship. Everyone buys a product. I've done that. There's nothing that allows you to have the upside income that this does as fast and as long-term as this. So I've not seen it. So we've tested a few different things. Anyone who's been around us here for the last 10 years has seen we've added this service and that service, trying to see if maybe that service would sell more and this service would sell more. And we've tested different things, and we are doubling down on being the best funder on the planet. So hopefully this has served you well today. Don't just be self-employed with us. That's just getting clients. Take advantage of the recruiting system, and it starts Tuesday night invite everyone you know that it could be a great entrepreneur. All you do is ask them, have you ever thought about owning a business outside of what you currently do? I'm a certified business funding broker now with DAC. We've funded thousands of businesses. We're looking for more funding brokers who want to support their local community with business funding. Does that sound like something you might be interested in? No, I'm not interested in talking to people. No problem. Not for you. Helping business owners, really. I don't have a finance background. You don't need one. We give you all the training you need, and you'll see that the internal team does all the promotion of the finance stuff. You're just having to inform them that we exist and help answer some questions. You want to check it out? We have a presentation with the founder Tuesday night. But if you, between now and then, hear all this and don't invite anyone to Tuesday night, it is just like someone who's 20 making $500 a week and not willing to put $100 a month away because they'd rather buy the new Nike Jordans, because they'd rather, put their nails on polish with bling bling. You can do that, but that's called ignorant. We don't have ignorant brokers. We have smart brokers. Between now and next Tuesday, who do you know that you've not invited? Every one of you should invite 10 to 20 people out for Tuesday night. Everyone, me included, every one of us know 10 to 20 people that we haven't yet talked to about this opportunity. And Tuesday night's opportunity should be triple the size. And unfortunately, the reality is some of us will have a bunch of people there Tuesday night. Most of us won't, even though we're all watching this. So I'm being transparently honest. Don't be that person. And I'm going to end with this little story. There's an old movie called Sliding Doors. Sliding Doors is about a girl, Kate Beckinsale, very pretty, beautiful actress, good actress. She was in Pearl Harbor. I think that's who it was. But she goes walking out her front door and she forgets her keys. So she goes back in and she gets her keys. And then she walks to the subway to get on the train. And as she gets there, the train door shut. And she's right about to walk in, but she doesn't make it on. And then they have alternative scene. She didn't forget her keys, and she gets there and gets on the train. So the whole movie is about what happened in life, the butterfly effect of what happened because she made the train and what happened because she didn't make the train. Okay. And it's really interesting how little things make desired outcomes. A friend of mine, his name's Casey Hervis. He was the CMO of Rocket Mortgage, and he left to go become the chief marketing officer of BetMGM. And he just left both of them, and he's not doing anything right now. But I just watched him. He did a podcast yesterday, and I heard it. And he said, the one thing I can say to people is say yes to your opportunities, even when you're uncomfortable. When you're given an opportunity, I'm saying this to the young people. When you get an opportunity, you better say yes to it and go for it. And some of them will be mistakes, but without doing that, he goes, I don't know that I'd be sitting in this chair right now, because it's the fortuitous things that happened when I said yes to things that I was uncomfortable with. It turned into opportunities here and there. And just like the sliding doors, one makes the train, one life. Doesn't make the train, different life. Simple thing like that changed who you meet, who you come across, what opportunities you have. But guess what? An opportunity you say no to is just like an opportunity you didn't get. An opportunity you say no to is just like an opportunity you never had. Magic Johnson was offered from a startup company called Nike stock to represent his shoes, to represent their shoes, stock in the company. He said, I didn't come from money. I didn't know what stock was. My family didn't know what stock was. We said, no way. Converse offered us cash. Nike didn't have cash. They were only 2 years old. So he said, I turned down stock. He goes, you know what that stock would be worth today had I taken it? Over $5 billion. $5 billion. He said no for a paycheck. Some of you won't do DAC because it doesn't have a guaranteed paycheck today. I'm just going to encourage you, take the paycheck, keep the job. What if Magic Johnson could have said, okay, I'm going to represent Converse and Nike. How much stock will you give me if I represent you these days? And Converse, I'm going to represent for this way because I need paycheck now. But man, I want to support you. If there was a way to do that, that would have been a win-win. That's what you have with DAC. Keep your job, get your paycheck. Get some personal clients, get your paycheck. build your business, to build a broker team that pays you every month. And I'm telling you every week, I mean, overrides will set you free, but you got to build the team first. So Magic Johnson said no to the stock. Most of our brokers say no to the team. I can't fix that, but I can make sure you're educated about it. And that's what today was about. So back to sliding doors. One train went one way. Her life became one story. The other one, she had to catch the next train, and that created a whole different story. It's a real fascinating movie. I don't remember if it was good. I was a teenager, early 20s. Remember it. I was like, wow, what a concept. And it made me recognize how I say yes to opportunities, what it can become. The butterfly effect, even failures teach you things that you don't forget. So say yes, say yes. So Casey said that, my buddy Casey said that today on his interview. Say yes to opportunities. And even if they're uncomfortable, just do them anyway. As long as you're not violating your integrity, do them anyway. Be active. And is there any reason why he became the chief marketing officer for Rocket Mortgage? Because he says yes to things. You know how he got that job? He's never shared this publicly, but I don't think he'd mind. He was called by the president of Rocket Mortgage and said, hey, Casey, who do you know that would be a good chief marketing officer for our company? Who do you know? You know a lot of people in the marketing world. And Casey said, I had a chance. Tell him about some people or tell him what about me? He said, I took a chance. I said, yeah, I know some people, starting with me. He worked at Fiat at the time. And he then went to Rocket Mortgage and he helped their company go like this in advertising, so much so that MGM wooed him away. So if he doesn't say yes to that opportunity, because he wasn't asked, do you want to work here? He's asked, who do you know that would be a good CMO? But what did he do? It's called taking advantage of your opportunity. So the two trains, you got one train of thought, and you've got another train of thought. My train of thought says, Chuck, I got to learn the basics of business funding. Okay. I then got to go through the first station called discomfort approaching people. And after I go through the first station of discomfort approaching people, I got to evaluate by the next station, what did I learn through that discomfort? And then I'm going to get to the next station, which is discomfort approaching more people. And then I'm going to go through discomfort approaching more people. And then I'm going to go proficiency station. And I'm going to go through the proficiency station where I'm going to learn a little bit more about my craft. And then I'm going to go through the station that's called take care of being a servant rather than having commission breath. And I'm going to learn that. And then I'm going to finally get to the station called first funding. And I'm going to celebrate when I get to first funding. And then I'm going to go through another station that says team building. And at team building, I'm going to feel uncomfortable, but I'm going to get through that station, then the next station, next. And eventually it goes through a loop and it goes all the way back to the beginning. And now you go through again, discomfort of leading a team. Got to go through the discomfort of what to do to lead a team. Got to get through that station. Then you get to the next station, which is discomfort opening a new market that I don't live in. And then this proficiency stating. And there's this other train of thought. And you get on the training, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do DAC. And you get to the first station called discomfort approaching people or proficiency. I mean, I already know, or yeah, I'll get proficient. And then you go to the next station called discomfort approaching people and you get off the train. And you never know what was down that track of DAC because you got off the train of thought. Your train of thought took you down the wrong track. So I will just encourage you. My train of thought is right now, as it is every week, I'm building an agency of brokers whose lives are going to change. Most aren't, but they won't be hurt. Many are, and they'll love DAC and help make it be a massive impact for their community. I will have to educate them. It'll be frustrating at times that people don't see it, don't get it, and that'll be frustrating. It's no different than my faith. Some people will see it, don't get it, don't believe it, and that's okay. Jesus said, go 2 by 2 into a town until they receive you. They believe what you believe, stay there, educate there. And if they don't receive you, shake the sand from your sandals when you leave. Which back in that time meant don't give them your beliefs. But I look at it as get the sand out. You don't want blisters in your toes. You got more towns to go to. So if that was the message from the greatest teacher of all time, according to every religion, whether you believe he's the son of God or not, if that was his teaching and he's called the greatest prophet of all time by every religion on the planet, if that was his teaching and he was here right now saying, hey, go 2 by 2. Does it say go alone? Go 2 by 2. Get a buddy, go 2 by 2. And if you approach a business owner and they don't receive you, shake the sand from your sandals and go to the next one. And when you want to recruit a broker, go out there 2 by 2 and talk to some people. And if they don't receive you and they criticize what you're doing, no problem. Shake the sand from your sandals and go to the next one. And over time, this is David Rutz' train of thought. When I was at General Motors and someone introduced me this industry where I could recruit a team, everyone I talked to laughed at me. But I believed because my enroller I went to high school with, and he was doing well. So I believed in him more than I believed in the laughers. And we're not asking you to get people to invest $5,000 like I was. I could see why they laughed. But some believed like I believed. Some won't believe in this. That's okay. Shake the sand and go on. But don't you dare get off the train at discomfort approaching people. You stay on the train. You approach anyway, and eventually, just like jumping in a cold pool, it's not cold. It's just cold at first. The anticipation of the cold is worse than the chill itself. Jump in. You may as well do a somersault on the way. Once you know that, you don't dip your foot in the pool. You know, okay, it's going to be cold. I'm just going to jump in. And you get the bravery and you jump in, you go, ooh, that's cold. Then all of a sudden it's not cold and you have fun. This business is the same way. It's going to feel cold. I get it. But get cold. And we're here with 3-way calls and support to help you. So I know this has gone long. I've got a call in 3 minutes, 1 o'clock. So, wow, real long. I got 3 minutes. What do you got for us today? McGuire,
What do
you're
you
going to take
guys
most of
feel
the
free
questions.
to? Yes, sir. Feel free to raise your hands, guys, and after we get through, we'll get back out to tackling the rest of our Friday. So we'll start with you, Precious. If anyone else wants to raise their hand, feel free. Go ahead.
I want to keep it short. Thank you, Miss Ellen. Thank you, McGuire. And thank you, David. And what I took from that is if you look at it, every company has recruited a team. They're called employees.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you. Is every time that I'm on here, I get something else. And I want to say that until I change my mindset, I wasn't at this point. So I appreciate you all.
Amen.
Have a
Amen.
great
Hey,
weekend.
by the way, I wrote on my whiteboard over here, tell them about Mr. LaFontaine. Mr. LaFontaine is his son lives a few doors down from here, did. He started a little car dealership in Milford, Michigan, where he sold used cars. And then he worked for a car dealership. And then he ended up becoming his own car dealership. And then he ended up having a bunch of salespeople. And then he had a second dealer and a third dealer and a fourth dealer. I think they own 60 dealerships now. He doesn't sell cars anymore, but he did when he started. He had to learn the craft. You need to get clients. You need to know how to get clients. But eventually, you're going to have a team of 60 brokers who are getting fundings. I got to bounce, but I've got literally 30 seconds. I see Harlequin. Let's take what Harlequin's got to say in case she's got something for me. Otherwise, McGuire, it's all you.
Hey, David, I just wanted to say happy anniversary to me. Today is my 7-year anniversary with DAC.
Congrats.
So it's been a wonderful experience, and thank you for that. And tomorrow I have a booth at a job fair, so I will be recruiting people. One of the local cities is putting it on, but I want to give a shout out to Jose Matos on my team. While we've been on this Zoom, he recruited a new broker, John Robert Gueli, I think. I don't know how to pronounce that, and I apologize for messing it up. But anyways,
Love
I'm
it.
off to go to a grand opening for a business that supports the Big Ten. So
Love it, love it,
Go
love it.
blue.
All right.
Go
Good
Rutgers,
stuff.
go
Happy
blue.
anniversary,
Take care, David.
Harlequin. And cheers to everyone else. I will take a picture of this and throw it up on the board. I'm dialing into my three-way call right now with an organization. Sorry that I went long, guys. Hopefully it was high value.
No
And if you're not
worries.
walking away going, okay, my life's changed. Okay, that's all right. But hopefully you're like me. You caught it and your life has changed. God bless you all. McGuire, the call is yours.
Take care. All right, all right, all right. We have Jose, and then we'll go to Orlando. Go ahead, Jose.
Oh, can you hear
There
me
you go.
now?
Absolutely,
Okay.
sir.
Okay, let him who hears hear, and him who let him who hear. Anyway, yes, I agree with everything.
Beautiful.
Okay, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say you don't have to be able to speak well. You don't have to be able to teach well. You just have to look for the lookers and get them plugged into the system. Let David, the system, and the processes do the work for you.
Absolutely.
And just keep it simple. And uh, uh, first, first and foremost, pray and ask God to bring the people into your business, whether they be agents, brokers, or clients. Let God prepare your way and straighten your paths. God bless each and every one of you, and have a great weekend.
You as well, Jose. Appreciate those kind words. Very true words. And absolutely, whether it's bringing in clients or bringing in new brokers to the company, right? That rely on the system, know that you're there to help educate and support them throughout the process. And that's what we can do as humans and brokers in DAC. It's no different. Everything's interchangeable. So couldn't agree more with you, my friend. Go ahead. We have Orlando. Go ahead, Orlando.
Hey, McGuire, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Fantastic. I'm actually going to quote something I wrote here, and that's basically about this training. David has outdone himself today in this training. This is the best training and most important training we've had thus far in DAC. And my feeling on this is that we cannot, after being here, listening to this live and in recording, unhear this. We've been given the gold nuggets on how to make DAC work, how to create wealth, and it's up to us to do so because anything else would be ignorant. We know what to do. The rest is up to do, rest of it is up to us to do, and it could not have been presented more better than it was presented today. So my thing is this is a rewatch. You must rewatch this more than we watch Netflix or whatever, because this is the code to really prospering in our lives, in the lives of other people here. So I'm totally blown away from this message here, and it's definitely a keepsake and an action taken.
Absolutely, Orlando. Right
Absolutely.
here with you, brother. Feeling the exact same way. I'm so glad that these are
Yeah.
put on the
You can't
DAC
unhear
YouTube
this.
channel.
Yes,
Absolutely, and this is going to be here for days to come, years to come. It
absolutely.
was a great message today. Even our corporate meeting this morning was just absolutely phenomenal. So the energy in the air, I feel it more than ever with DAC. I mentioned it a few weeks ago, that tipping point where momentum is strong, but you get to a point where this, just like anything, the stock market, as we've talked about today, it hits that point where it becomes vertical, and that's where we're getting. And it's days like this, moments like this. So I'm right here with you, my friend. Couldn't agree
Right
more.
on. Right on, brother.
Great to hear from you.
Likewise.
Absolutely.
Take care.
All righty, Orlando. We have Thomas and then Precious. Go ahead, Thomas.
Yeah, can you hear me, McGraw?
I can, Thomas.
Okay, got a question. This might be a email question, but on Facebook Messenger, if we have a company on a phone, can we send messages through it to companies about what we do?
Yeah, you're saying like if you had you came across a page on Facebook and you wanted to send them a little DM about just what we were here to offer.
Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah,
So on Messenger.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, I would say obviously, keeping it to, educational, introducing yourself, right? It's not, I don't think they manage compliance, in that degree, but I would say if you were just sending out your link and being very spammy, I could see how you may get flagged. Somebody may put that as spam, which they have the option to do. So I would say as you're reaching out, just make it informative. You're introducing yourself. You just wanted them to know about what you can do for their business as a resource, and that's absolutely fine. Many of our brokers do that.
Okay, thank you, McGuire, and everyone have a great super weekend.
Absolutely, you too, Thomas. Let's get after it, my friend. Going after that today. Starting today, and then give us some updates on that. We have Precious. Go ahead, Precious.
McGuire, this is probably, it's just to ask. I had reached out to support, and I just wanted to say if they on here, if they can probably reach back out to me, or if I can, because I just wanted to get something cleared before I start
Sure.
posting.
Sure. Sharon is on here, so she'll get right with you after the call. I know Morgan had something urgent that she had to jet off to, so
I
Sharon will
appreciate
get back
that.
with you
Yeah.
in the next hour or so.
And
Absolutely.
I figured it was something because I didn't hear nothing, so I just wanted to put that out there. Thank you.
You
Thank you,
got
Miss
it. We'll get
Sharon,
you all worked out.
in advance.
You
And I
got it,
just want to
Precious.
say from my mouth, because I was supposed to say it earlier, happy DAC anniversary to Harlequin.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's a long time.
Yes,
Meant to be
have a good one.
celebrated, right? A lot of hard work, a lot of days. That's a lot of days. So absolutely. And she's tremendous for us, what she does. So I appreciate you, appreciate Harlequin all around. We have phenomenal ladies in our company, and they lead by example. So appreciate those words, Precious. Go ahead, Dexter. Send one there to unmute, and then we should be good. You getting it there? Maybe this thing isn't on. Uh-oh. All these, is it on? Today may not be on. Technical difficulties. Doing a little reset here, and then we'll go to Dexter. All right. I'm not sure what's going on, my friend. Let's see. Camera's gone. Might be doing a quick reset here. While we're waiting for that, we'll go to you, Connie, and then we'll go to Dexter. Go ahead, Connie. You should be getting a little thing to unmute. It'll say yes. There you go.
Thank you. Is Tuesday night to recruit, or is that for
Yeah, so it's Tuesdays end up being really anyone and their mother should be there, because it's a broker overview, which goes over the opportunity for new brokers. So
Okay.
even if they've already joined, a day or two before, they should be in there, because that's going to kick them off. And if they haven't joined yet and they're just interested in looking at the opportunity, that'll fit for them as well. And then after that, we go into some updates and announcements, which are for any and all brokers of DAC. But I will say that the broker overviews themselves are a good refresher, even if you've been with us for as long as Harlequin or Ellen. It's a really good monthly refresh. And then to show, be there with your new brokers or potential new brokers. It's a great place to be. So it's for anyone and everyone, to answer your question. And I'll see you there, Connie. I know you'll be there. All righty, Dexter. Is this thing on part 2? Let's see.
Part 2. I don't know. Is it on?
I think it is for now. It's on for now.
Okay, cool. Hey, you know what? I just wanted to, first of all, I got a double. I got my phone echoing over here. Okay, because my system was having problems. Let me get out of there. Okay, so again, is this thing on? Is it on?
We're on.
Okay.
We're live.
7 years. Congratulations, Ms. Holland, if you're still around. Congratulations on your anniversary of 7 years. I just want to join in on the feeling that David left. I don't want to deter from that. That was the most compelling instruction tutorial. What are some of the other words? Lecture, training that I've ever heard at DAC. at this high level for the CEO founder to share this information. So what he's basically saying, what I received from it, is that once you are successful at DAC and you have the rewards of the success, which financially, here's what you should do with it. He's instructing us. First of all, he's saying you're going to be successful, and once you are here, do something wise with your funding so that you can stay successful. Continue to perpetuate your success by these certain activities. Now, that's one thing. The other thing I got from it today, the light went off. I'm going to use this term in my realm, in my space. DAC is a personal wealth generating opportunity. It is a personal wealth. If you've never had wealth in your family before, I didn't come from wealth, and I've always looked to gain wealth in my career, and I've done a million things out here like most of us have. This thing right here, this DAC thing with David Rutz at the helm and the organization that he's built around it, is the best thing I've ever seen in my career for building wealth. And guess what? How much would it cost? Would you pay for something like this if you had to pay it and you believed in it and it cost you something and you were willing to pay that cost for it? How much would that be? Guess what? Your sweat is the only cost for DAC. Now, think about that. It's not millions, it's not hundreds. It's just your activity, your sweat to be wealthy at DAC. Personal wealth generating opportunity. And by doing something good, I'm done. I'm just frozen in this feeling of epiphany and a light going off of my head. And I was wondering, what do you call this thing we do? I mean, of course we want to help. We're helping customers, but for us, for our personal intake, what are we doing? We're gaining wealth. This is a path toward wealth for me, my family, and the people behind me. And David couldn't have laid it out any clearer. My mind is blown. It's blown. It's officially blown. Build your team one day a week. That's what I'm going to do. Just go out and recruit. Take a day and do that. And then I'm not building a broker group. I'm building an organization. My whole mind shifted today. So I just wanted to say that my input is that my mind shifted. I'm looking at DAC now more of a personal wealth generating opportunity. And with that, I'm thinking now, and I see the path forward. And if you guys don't, I understand. I do. And it's a paradigm shift for me. So thank you, brother, for allowing me to share that. And Orlando, absolutely. I know you got the chills. I felt it in what you said, Orlando. We feel the same thing. McGuire, you've said it. I feel it. And I think a lot of us are not saying it, but they feel it too. Build your team. It's honest work, but the equity is your sweat, and it's not your dollars. He's not asking for any money, just sweat equity. And if you got the time and you got the sweat, you can become wealthy here if that's what you're looking for. If you're just looking for a few $1,000s, you can get that too. But I'm looking for wealth. I'm looking for wealth, and I believe I found it.
I found gotta call it sweckity. Sweat equity. Sweckity. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'll just say to your point, Dexter, I always appreciate your gratitude. It always brings home the point of what anyone on here says. And I totally agree with you. Somebody not knowing what they don't know, that's just unawareness, but knowing it and not acting is ignorance. And what side are you on? I think we're all here today. So if you're not doing it, it's just ignorance, because it was laid out more than beautifully today. So I agree with you, my friend. Absolutely. Well, I will bring us home. Great, absolutely amazing call from the participation going into it to Ellen's words with us today, David's words with us, and I'll just bring this home to you guys to say exactly what I just mentioned, that we all have it laid out for us, right? We spent that time, so let's take that time that we were here today, where we could have been doing other things, and make it worth our while using those notes, plugging it in every single day. So as always, I love you guys. God loves you more. Let's make an impact. Let's change the world one day at a time, one conversation at a time. Starts with us, ends with us. We'll be here Monday morning at 11:20. Don't forget, we're starting at 11:20 now. We'll put some messages out there, but going forward, it'll be 11:20 a.m. Eastern, and we're going to rock the rest of this week and the weekend. Starting on Monday, we'll get back to it. I see David's back. Hope all was well. We were just bringing it home. Do you have any final words for us? All righty. Beautiful, guys. Well, everything was said. And like I said, appreciate everybody and your participation today.